Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Chicago Bears. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. And Dak going to start out going to the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here we go, kill. Here we go, 46. Hey, kill.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this is taken at the 23. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing, Duggan. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Walker now on 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. You look at this Bears defense, and they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. The Bears at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in losers at 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Throwing far off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's Prescott. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Cloud keeps moving.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's fourth down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
The chart goes in motion left. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 82 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
And Walker once more. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Running left is Walker. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7, our score. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And his kick is good. And they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Hey, kill!
Here's a handoff out of the gun. There he goes, left side. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 31, here comes second and a yard. The chart goes in motion left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down at the 28. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Down at the 25. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge he gained from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Here we go, 47.
Throwing, Prescott. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and they jump out in front here. It's 11-10. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running back's trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
Spinning away. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And even 150 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Trying the left side with Walker. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
In motion, the tight end. And they run the option on 2nd down. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 6-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, but as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Kill. Here we go, 46, 40. Here we go, going to 54. Wide.
Prescott now. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's taken in by Palmer. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the 1st.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to run now. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
124 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Bears have even the ball game with a chance to take the lead here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting 2nd half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
Here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal line. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Trying the right side with Mitchell. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And Chark goes in motion left. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off from being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Broken tackle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott connecting here with Chark on the out route. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside. Now that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown! A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now he's loose again. Powering forward. And he gets this one down to the 24. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 60 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Again, it's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Now a run with Walker. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Now that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Well, if you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's
That's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Now the point after try for Santos. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Walker. And that could be a killer. He'll lose yardage and tackled inbounds. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Walker with another carry. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000.
Go, get out there.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Good.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game.